evaluating who we really are and what we are truly capable of. That self-analysis has to be met with an understanding of how to go about communicating and marketing these abilities to people around us. We must tap into both professional and personal sides, so we can have both personal and professional gains. Let me share with you a letter I received from Mr. Keith Obley, Director of Loss Prevention for the Walmart Corporation, one of the larger employers in the world today. Keith was talking about why it is so important for us to be able to analyze what our abilities are so that we will know how to go about promoting ourselves both internally in an organization as well as externally from the organization. 5 key points that Keith pointed out that he has seen people do a good job in promoting themselves. 1. Promote those around you and those who work for you. 2. Credit sharing. Always give proper credit to those who have helped you on any project or idea, regardless of how little input they had. 3. Get to know your senior executive team. Better yet, get to know them from the perspective of how they want to interact with you. Join the organizations that they're a part of so that they can see more of you. 4. Volunteer. Be known as that go-to person in your organization and never turn down an opportunity to take on additional responsibilities. As well as understanding yourself from this self-analysis, you can become more effective at marketing yourself, promoting yourself externally. Example, Keith talks about look for opportunities to showcase your talents within the community, become published, and even offer assistance and advise others within your profession as to how they can become more successful. As you can see, with a little strategic focus, the reality of promoting oneself doesn't take significant effort, just smart effort. Some individuals are already in tune with ways of promoting themselves for positive gain. In a recent article in USA Today, it was reported that in the 1990s alone, the amount of time executives and managers spent in between jobs, that would be that job search transition time, has and is actually shrinking. Shrinking because they are actively engaged in these types of activities. So how do you set off on this path of promoting yourself without coming off in the negative way of shameless self-promotion? Stay with me and explore this audio program for a powerful set of ideas, techniques, and how-tos that can work for you. You will learn how to get in touch with that positive voice within yourself. This is the voice that has led you to many of the very successes you have enjoyed in your life. Maybe you haven't heard from that in a while, but it's time to start listening. For most people, that voice that typically runs loose in their head is that other voice. You know the one, that voice that prefers to talk to you in the negative and the one that loves to illustrate mentally all of the reasons that you can't do something and why someone else is always the lucky one. Once you can harness some of these lost positive energies, you will help yourself to identify the positives within you. These are the positives that can be used for growth and development once again. Let's walk through this transition together. Let's take an in-depth look into this self-analysis phase. The easiest tool for you to use in self-analysis in this first phase is the Ben Franklin decision model. You know, it was said that when Benjamin Franklin was faced with making a decision, he would take a piece of paper and divide that page in half by placing a line in the middle from top to bottom. On the top of that page on one side, he would place a symbol, a positive symbol, and on the other side, he would place a second symbol, in essence, a negative symbol. Then he would list down the page, top to bottom, all of the positive aspects and all of the negative aspects under the appropriate heading. The decision would be made based upon which column had the most entries, regardless of his personal desires. You know, the system must work because Benjamin Franklin's been dead for a number of years, and the United States Patent Office still lists Franklin as one of the most registered names. So how do you use this tool? Simple. If you're listening to this tape in your car, you may want to visualize the following exercise, and then when you get a chance, transfer your mental thoughts to paper. Do that. Very important. Please do that. If you have a piece of paper as you're listening to this tape, then please take that page and draw a line right down the middle of the page, top to bottom. Here's what we want you to do. Start first by creating a master inventory on the plus or positive side. Take some mental time now to create a master list of all of your positive attributes, such as your professional strengths, your skills,